Alright, so in this one, we are going to be going over if you should summon for Mr. Ultra Gogeta Blue, who is coming to Dragon Ball Legends tonight. We could check right here in the news. We will see we have some maintenance. Honestly, I'm actually going to do a summon video once again, since we do have the extended PvP maintenance. There's nothing to do at reset time besides summon, so I'll be doing a summon video for you guys once again, just like Vegeta Trunks banner. This time it's actually a hype character, so very nice to see there. But should you summon? I know people are going to click on this and be like, yes, auto summon, yes, he looks like he's top 1, top 2, whatever you think he is. I would probably say, after reading his post-commentary stuff, he's probably top 1, but he seems like he's a very good unit, so you should summon. He's very hype, you should summon. I just want to go over the fact of Ultra Banners. I made a video not too long ago, and it said, do not summon for Ultra Banners, because there was actually a basis to this, where Ultra Banners had very bad units on them. We can even look right now with the Ultra Gogeta banner being live, which is actually crazy, by the way. This is very nice of them, unless Ultra Gogeta returns on Gogeta Blue's banner, which we'll get into that if that's possible, which actually is possible. We look at Ultra Gogeta's banner here as a reference point, and the reference point being that Ultra Gogeta, well, he's God, he's right here, he's probably like a top 15 unit right now, definitely gains a lot of value with having Gogeta Blue coming as well, but probably like a top 15 unit as the point of making this video prior to Gogeta Blue coming out. G4, useless. Gogeta Blue, useless. Fusion Zamasu, he's okay. Maybe like top 20 unit, maybe he gains more value right now because of what he can do, but he's okay, right? He's just okay. And then UI Omen. So you look at the banner, and you see a very good unit, a terrible unit, an okay unit, and a terrible unit. I mean, even beyond terrible with UI Omen, to be real. And you look at that, it's like, huh. Well, Ultra Gogeta maybe is worth it, and even on his initial release, he might have seemed worth it. Were the other units worth it? Was the no pity worth it? Was all these things worth it? Now, what I'm going to go over is not the fact that, hey, there might not be pity, there won't be this, there won't be that, there won't be the things that normal LF banners have on the Ultra banner. I'm just going to go over what I think could be on his banner, the best scenario to the worst scenario, right? So that's kind of what we're going to touch on here. I feel like it makes it a little bit more easier for people to decide if they should summon or not. Me personally, at the end of this, I'll say my verdict, because I actually don't even have one yet, because I don't go into these pre-knowing stuff. I just kind of go through it, and if it does work out, then great. If people should summon, well, I'll say it. People shouldn't summon, well, I guess I'll say that as well. So, tag-wise here, we do have on Fusion, Gogeta, and then also movies, right? So these are the tags that are most likely going to get their returning units. So let's go to Fusion units here on LFs, because LFs are definitely the things you want to care for and expect. So, Fusion characters. If Vegeta Blue returned, would this be worth your while? I would say this would be the best unit to return right now. That could be on Banner. Super Vegeta, no. Would increase value by 0. G4, no value. I mean, I guess Super Vegeta okay. If you don't have him Zenkai, then you can Zenkai buff him, I guess, but like that's just copium, right? Actual in-play units, right? G4 increases no value. Gogeta Blue right now increases no value. I mean, he could Zenkai, he could Plata Whip. Who the hell knows what's going to happen? Right now, increases no value. CMZ increases a little bit of value. So the Fusion Warrior unit, let's hypothetically throw out the best one. Vegeta Blue. The banner goes up from, let's say, it's a D tier to begin with, maybe C tier, because Ultra Gogeta Blue looks like a top 1, top 2 unit, right? He already has like a C tier base value. Goes up to like a, it stays a C. If it's CMZ or VB, it stays a C. Nothing really changes because, well, they're good, they're not great, they're not phenomenal, they're okay. They're okay units, and that's really what their extent is. Then we keep going through, and we look through these tags here, because again, these are important, right? We look at Gogeta, his other tag. Now, who could return here? Now, there's a couple options, and some that aren't options. MUI just came back. I can't see him coming back again. So, no, that's not happening. Vegeta Blue, we already discussed him. If he came back, he would increase a little bit, but not too much value to even where it's a high degree. Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. Is he valuable? I don't even know, man. Like, oh, brother. We have Rose. Now we have Gogeta Blue. Am I really saying this green unit's valuable right now? That doesn't go neutral anywhere? And doesn't really defend? Like, I wouldn't say Vegeta has much value. Rose, probably most valuable in here. To be real, that's most likely going to come back at least. Rose, going to be very nice for, you're going to see USV run around a lot, right? You're going to see fusions, you're going to see some monsters still running around, you're still going to see Beast, Puddle, you're still going to see these units running around, and Rose does help deal with a lot of teams that are just more annoying in their crazy output, and it can nullify their endurance. So Rose, probably most valued thing here. If he were to return, again, I'm going through best scenario at this point. Let's say it's CMZ and Rose both return. At that rate, this banner goes from like a C, from Gogeta Blue being so good, to like a C+. Not a B yet, but a C+. Two very good units, one more than the other with Rose. MUI rather. Can't see him returning Gogeta Blue. I mean, he could return, but again, I'm going off best scenario. We'll go after the worst scenario here in a bit. GV could return. I guess actually that would make sense they return. I don't really see much value in them, but if they did, then sure. Omen, Evo, Vegeta Trunks, they could, but like, they're so low value, I wouldn't see it. And then Vegeta Trunks, obviously, I don't see them ever returning anytime soon. And then the last thing we want to go over is going to be movies. Again, I'm giving best scenario. So best scenario right now is Rose, CMZ, Ultra Gogeta Blue, and then movies. Wait, I took off the LFs. God damn it. Lunch is limited. Okay. Then, the last thing to go over, this is just LFs. This is just LFs. I think other things can return, by the way. Goten. No, don't want that. Beast. I don't think he can return yet. Dragonfish just came back. Gogeta Blue again. GV. We already touched on these units. LF Broly could return. Revhon could return. Cooler could return. I don't think it's Beast returning. I just don't think it's possible at this point. I think it's way too soon. I think he is too much value, too much money he can make for them, and it just doesn't do enough for them. They're bang for their buck, right? Bringing back Beast when you already have Ultra Gogeta here, it's like, it just hurts them more than anything. I don't think he can return. So, going off a logical, but hypothetical, realistic scenario. So Beast would not be in that realistic scenario, just in my opinion. The best unit to return here that can return, because Dragonfist again did just return, would probably be Revhon, maybe Cooler. I wouldn't even say there's a far differential between the two. If I were to just be kind, I would just say Cooler because, well, Revhon's purple and you don't want this other purple on the banner. Like, you already have Rose that's going to be the purple on the banner, right? If we're going off our logic here, you don't want two different purples on the banner. That's just going to be replacement options for Gogeta Blue, or sub-options. Not replacement, replaced options for Gogeta Blue, right? You just don't want that. Cooler returning, be the best value. I know Cooler is not great right now. I just used them. He looked pretty bad, but the banner would go from a C+ to a B. Now, you might notice, I only mentioned 3 LFs. Cooler, CMZ, Rose. Who else? Who else is returning? Again, best scenario here. I am being very optimistic with this. Please do not take this out of context. I'm saying they're going to return. This is very optimistic and very unrealistic, but it's me hoping that it could be realistic. I can see an Ultra returning. Now, the reason for this is not a very good basis, but it does exist, right? The reason is that we had MUI return very fast. Dragonfist returned very fast. And they're both on these last 2 banners of Legends Festival. Who is to say they will not return Ultra Vegito? Especially with the premise of you run triple Ultra Fusions, right? That would be the team that you run. Ultra Gogeta, Ultra Vegito, and then also having Ultra Gogeta Blue. So I would say the last unit that could return would be Ultra Super Vegito, and the banner would be stocked of Ultra Gogeta Blue, LF Rose, CMZ, Cooler, and then Ultra Vegeta Blue. 5 units on that banner, 4 of which are not the main headliner unit. And if that were the case, again, this is already a B banner because of everything I mentioned before, this would be not A+. This would not be an A+. This would be an A. Anything above a B+, I would say summon. If that theoretical banner does come out, 1000% go, 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 go. Always do it. Now to go more realistic for us here. Most likely, we won't see an Ultra return, right? I'm sorry to say, most likely won't see it. Realistic setting, I know we have to come back to reality real quickly. I'm just saying, if that scenario does happen, yes, summon. Realistic setting, Gogeta Blue returns. GV returns. Obviously, Ultra Gogeta Blue is here. And then from there, you could say... I want to say Goten. I could say Revhon and be okay with that. Cooler is very optimistic, saying he returns. And then CMZ or Rose. I would say one of those has to return, like, genuinely. Like, Rose doesn't make much sense because he just returned, but, like, They've done that before. Like, Ultra Kaioken Goku had Gogeta Blue. Ultra Gogeta banner has Gogeta Blue. So, like, it actually would make sense they did return them. But, realistic setting, if we're going off that, Gogeta Blue, GV, CMZ or Rose, Revhan, Goten type beat, I would say it's not ideal. I would say Ultra banners are still not worth the bang for your buck. I will also say that, look at USV, right? Bro was number 1 on release, right? Or arguable, whatever you want to call him. He was arguable with Ultra Gogeta. They were 1 and 2. Whatever. Same fucking shit. They were on the same fucking team. Didn't matter, right? They were arguable 1 and 2. The thing is, with USV, what happened to him? Like, 2 months later, well, Cooler dropped. And then USV hasn't regained his value till today, with Ultra Gogeta Blue dropping, for a good minute. Now, am I saying that's going to happen for Gogeta Blue? No, I don't fully see that happen. I mean, nobody saw that happening with USV, dear God, but could that happen with the hypothetical of it happening in the past? Yes. Also, once again, to mention, even if I go off this peak banner concept with USV, CMZ, Rose, Cooler, whoever the hell else the last one was, even then, remember, there's no pity on this. I've went 21k to 14 star in Ultra. I've also went over 130k to 14 star this Ultra. I've went 60k to 14 star in Ultra. I've went 90k to 14 star Kaioken. There's no pity. The banner, if it is stacked, it is more worth it, obviously, but I would not say Ultra banners are the most needed thing to go off of. If you already have GT built out, do you need this? No. If you already have hybrids built out, do you need this? No. If you already have any just generalized good team, and quite honestly, these banners will supply you both good teams here, I wouldn't say it's worth summoning. Again, you look at this right here. Just this image. You build an entire team. You build the best future core that you can build right from this image right here. You build the best GT core you can build from this image right here. And the chances to get this or this as opposed to getting this is so much higher. I understand people are going to summon regardless. I feel bad saying that you most likely shouldn't summon, but it just is the reality of Ultra banners. They usually are just that one main unit banner. You grab them and go, but the thing is, you can't just grab and go right now. You gotta get 8-star, 10-star. You gotta get high-star Ultras. You might say Ultra Gogeta Blue is gonna be great at 5 stars, but if you want Ultra Gogeta Blue to be number 1, you gotta get stars. And chasing on just basically a 1-unit banner, I would never say it's a smart idea in comparison to where I could chase for, okay, this great unit, this great unit, this great unit, or on this one I could chase for this great unit, 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 and this okay unit, right? You see how I could chase for a little bit more of like a diversity aspect? I would just say, people are going to summon regardless. They're going to go in, they're going to go crazy, go for it! If you're going to summon regardless, don't make me stop you, don't let me stop you, I don't want to do all that. But if we're going off, again, the idea that you want to get the biggest bang for your buck, Ultra banners typically, unless it is that specific banner I had named with all the units that I said on it, I can't see the value. I will say that you should skip if you already have X, Y, or Z team that exists in the meta, being future GT and or hybrids. Obviously, this will help, movies. This will help God Key. This will help fusions. Great. If you main any of those, clearly you should summon. That just makes common sense. But if you already have this basis of this or this or this, I can't advise summoning on good faith and being like, you know what, 100% worth it. It's not. It's not 100% worth it. USV, bro was number 1, number 2, whatever, and then he lost all his value within 2 months. USG, he retained his value for 10 months straight. UBK, Ultra Blue Kaioken, he lost his value off a boost. Broly, he retained his value, but he was slandered to shit. So you have a 50-50 going on here. USV, Ultra Kaioken Blue. Both of them. Completely gone. Within, the time period of their boost ending. Right there, as soon as that ended. Then you have a good scenario of Ultra Gogeta. Then you have an okay scenario of Broly. So there's no real foundation to go off, okay, this guy has to age amazing. This guy has to age shit. This guy has to age, okay. There's no foundation, because all these units have aged differently, and there's no... Ultra Gogeta Blue looks like top 1. Ultra Gogeta, right here, Super Gogeta, looked like top 1, was top 1. Good minute. Ultra Vegito looked like top 1, was top 1 for a little bit. Kaioken was top 1 until his boost ended. Broly was never top 1. I'm just saying that not every Ultra will age as good as Gogeta. Maybe Gogeta Blue will, maybe he won't. Is the risk worth the reward if the banner's trash? I wouldn't say so personally. But if you guys are summoning, feel free. Again, I'll be doing a summoning video, probably a long video, to be honest. It's probably like an hour, because, dude, there's literally nothing to do, like, for 3 hours straight. So I'll be doing a summon video if you guys want to see that later. Probably a breakdown as well for all the other stuff that we have coming, because we don't have his full... Actually, we do have his full kit. There's actually nothing to do. Yeah, okay, so just summon video. Alright then, cool! Overall, though, Ultra Gogeta Blue, he looks very good. I hope his banner is very good. I hope it's what I named with Vegito, CMZ, Rosé, Cooler. I still forget the fucking third unit. I'm just going to say GV for GV's sake. I assume it's somebody else, but whatever it is, I hope the banner is very valuable, very good, and people should summon for it. But I'm just saying, off the basis of what we have of past Ultra banners, how past Ultras have aged in comparison to other Ultras, there is no good faith in me that says, yes, 1000% you must summon. Let me know what you guys think of Ultra Gogeta Blue. Are you summoning for him? And I'll see you guys in the next one.